There's no point in me saying I can tell you what they are because those dugs, I don't know anything.
There's like 12 different races of
I
blue
don't know
fronts.
anything about hook bills.
Oh, these are dugs? These aren't your hook bills?
I don't have hook bills.
Okay, so are they producing?
They've only been together, we put them together this past summer and they seem to like each other, but so far we've had no babies.
So some of these blue-fronted Amazons, that some of the races, or the other race or whatever it is, are like really small and slender. These are really cool because they look like yellow-naped Amazons.
Right, yeah. I know what a yellow-nape is.
Yeah, I mean, these are so close to yellow-napes with the size and the...
These have a very, very, very bad vocabulary, though. When you walk off.
No, yeah.
They've got a bad vocabulary.
From you or from Doug?
No, from wherever they came from.
Yeah, we had some, you know how you always have these unwanted visitors. We had somebody complaining because we had peacocks in the trees. So we had ASPCA come and visit us.
Really?
I'm going back like 30 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So they come in, they're like, oh, you know, these peacocks, you got to put water dishes up in the tree. Get the fuck out of here. So, but anyhow, we go into the bird room and we had these African grays, and one of the African grays, I want a fucking green bean. Give me a fucking green bean. You lost a female, I'm assuming, on that Absinian blue one?
When I brought them home, I got them from this guy in Ohio. I went to pick up some stuff for Vince on the way home. Dave pulled it in.
Yep. Is he still around?
Yeah.
Really? I haven't talked to him for...
And
you know, he was the first person to breed otters in captivity, I think?
He still has some, I think.
Does he?
Yeah. The female just never did look just right, and I just came out here one day and she was dead.
So one of the problems, and we've been talking a lot about feed quality and stuff in the past, you know, my wife and I, about feed quality in the past several weeks and stuff. One of the problems with waterfowl is they're sensitive to mycotoxins, particularly aflatoxins. But shell geese seem to be even more susceptible to, you know, lower levels of aflatoxins than other species of waterfowl. So I'm under the impression there's actually a couple things that really hit these, particularly the South American shell geese hard. But in addition to aflatoxins, with the South American shell geese, you get hit hard with West Nile virus. So we actually vaccinate all of our.
Well, that could very well have been what it was.
It could have been either one of them, really.
Yeah.
But so we as much as we don't like it, because it's, you know, $20-something a shot.
Right.
And you got to give the whole shot.
Yeah.
We go through all of our shell geese every year.
Now, are you doing the one that's the horse?
It's a horse. Yeah. They don't have anything approved for birds.
Yeah. The tires are compliments of my friend Brian Fuller. He was here one day and told me that they made excellent nests, and they're the best Curacao nest I've ever had is those old tires.
So the eggs don't get lodged up underneath them?
Well, no, you take a big washer and a screw and you screw pull it down flat. It's on a piece of, on 2x4s. So what inside there, that lip is actually pulled down all the way to the bottom. So there's
so it can't get underneath.
Yeah, and then just fill it full of hay. And drill holes in it so that the water can go out if any water gets in there.
Yeah, back in the day, everybody used to say use them for goose nests and swan nests.
Really?
That's the problem is the eggs
go
always
under,
But then I remember one guy said, I remember I did it once, but it was a lot of work. Cut the top around the tire.
That crane just got her.
Yeah, somebody told me cut the top around it. There's no lip on the top. But that's a lot of work. You can do it, but it's just a lot of work.
The female, see how he keeps her neck, all the feathers wore off. And she's such an idiot. She lays on the concrete. Of course, it's a mess now because it's been so wet. I try to keep it sprayed off. Instead, I put piles of hay around the corner there in a real private place. No, she lays on the concrete.
Did you hatch out of it?
This past year, none of the eggs were fertile. I don't know what happened. She had 5 eggs, no fertile. Vince had no fertility last year. This past summer he raised a pile of them.
But his pair was an old pair of Kelly's, wasn't it?
Yeah, that Kelly got from me 15 or 20 years ago. But he swapped one of them out with another bird, and that's when he started getting babies then. Kenya crested, but he's very aggressive. He killed a curassow.
But he won't kill his females, all right?
No. And again, hand raised. I think it makes them 10 times worse when they're hand raised. Helmeted. And you know, for some reason, the helmeted curassows are a little bit more aggressive than, I mean, the greater are more aggressive than the helmeted as far as, you know, when you go in.
And these are graders, right?
These are
Those
greater, yeah.
There's a helmet with a
Helmeted
knob on there, right? I always want to call it helmeted knob build or something like that.
Good birds, though. They're very. I raise a lot of them every year from these two pairs.
So you never have any blondes or anything like that?
Once, well, I do with, you talking about the morphs?
No, like guans.
Oh, well, some of Kelly's guans came from me years ago. Those
So the Scotch guans.
yeah. But I haven't had them in a long time.
So you don't have brooder building? You just
The end of the house, there's another building, there's an apartment on the end of the house. That's my brooder.
Oh, you use it for
Yeah. Right now it's just packed full of stuff, but that's where I put everything in. Yeah.
So how many birds do you raise a year?
Oh, Jesus.
5, 6, 7, 800?
Yeah, because I think last year I raised 26 curassows.
Oh, wow. So where do you put them all in your head?
Well, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
I've actually got piles and piles of brooders in the barn stored, you know, for the young birds that I build. And then with the other birds, I just have to find something that I can move something out of when they get big enough to put on the ground.
So the struggle, it's the same sort of we have.
Yeah, I mean, every year it's like I'm going to have all these rearing pens built and all this stuff.
So we developed 3 holding pens.
Yeah. And I
We
never
ended
do
up filling
it.
them with breeding birds.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I build all of them for that, and that's what.
We got 9 more aviaries that are on the dock to be construction, finished up by March or April. I don't know if depending on the weather. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I can put some young birds in there, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be all breeder birds.
Well, up there, those pens where those guineas are at, that's all a prefab aviary there. There's like 6 or 8 runs in that was going to be for young birds. Doug's got guineas. Because we can't turn guineas out because they get on the highway. These are blue throat macaws.
Yep. Those are nice. One of our new endangered species.
Yep.
Which is so much nonsense because that's a prime example of government overreach on that, and that's going to do nothing to help them in the wild.
No, I mean
So CITES takes care of that.
Yeah.
CITES is the legislation that's going to protect these moles from being taken from the wild, not restricting where they can be transported within the United States, or Europe, or anything like that for that matter.
These are 2 males, but I suppose they have 2 females coming. We'll see.
These are yours or Doug's?
These are Doug's. I don't do hoop bills.